How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is April 5th, 2022, and I'm coming to y'all with this video concerning Richmond County Jail. When Judge Warren McSweeney put me in jail on April 4th, 2022. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up on the time. I ain't talking about the court no more. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the time when I went to the jail. So I get down to the jail. Of course, I ain't see no nurse or doctor when I first went in, which was on the 4th of April 2022. So I stayed overnight there. Um, let me just start. Let me start anywhere, man, because the whole stay there was horrible. First, let me just say this. Um, the same day I went in, I didn't get a sheet or nothing. I just got a naked mattress. Then it was so many people in the block that I was in, which was F block. There was so many people in there until I had to sleep on the eating table. That's how many people was in there. But this is what really bothered me. There was people in there. It was so people was like bumper to bumper. People had sores on their bodies. People was broke out in their face. You know, it was just horrible. And it wasn't. I kept asking for cleaning supply to clean the place up. The place was filthy. It was stinking when I went in there. I mean, it was just horrible, and man, I just could not believe that. It's been so long since I've been locked up in there, and it was just so horrible in that jail. So, but what really bothered me was this: the safety of our black people. Man, that says it up for me because most of the people that I see that work down in as jailers is black. And but this is what bothered me, y'all. What bothered me is one of the jailers was having a confrontation with one of the inmates, right? So one of the inmates didn't want to go in the cell block or whatever. So the jailer was like, get in. So the jailer spent a lot of time trying to get the person to go in. So I guess the jailer got kind of upset about the situation or whatever because the person wasn't going in. So he opened the gate, the gate to go into the cell block of probably 20 some people in there. You know what I'm saying? All probably some felons, misdemeanors, all mixed up, murderers and everything. You know what I'm saying? So he went in there, got behind the person and y'all make a long story short. I thought that was unsafe for that jailer to do that. To come into a full cell block. And the white officer stood on the outside. I guess if he got jumped on in there, then he was gonna close the door and run. Man, let me tell you something. I just think I don't think nobody should have to put themselves in danger to do nothing like that. That's what those blocks, those cells, don't open that gate and closing it for to protect the inmates from to protect the jailer from the inmate in case. I mean, you might have somebody in there ready to go off, and there's waiting for opportunity for officer or the jailer to come in there for them to just break bad on them, and hurt them or get hurt. Either way it goes, it would have been a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So it just bothered me because I never seen jailers do that before in my history of ever being locked up in Richmond County Jail. I have never, and I'm talking about the first time I was ever locked up there was back in the 80s, the late 80s, the late 80s. And I have never ever seen a jailer go in there like that. I never seen that. Never ever seen. The closer I came to seeing something like that was one time. Well, it was mean, brother. I got in a fight in there one time, and and I was really mad and upset, and the jailer, I guess they say fight broke out, so they ran up there. There was a lot of deputy sheriff. But I was so heated and mad, I didn't care who it was. You know what I'm saying? They came busting up. They said, "Hey, lockdown! Everybody get in." Everybody got in except for me. Then they're gonna be like, "Wow, didn't I tell you to get in?" I said, "I don't know who you think you talking to. Who is you?" That's when they came in there with Dale Fur in the suit, a couple of other sheriff's officers. I said, and when you bastard put your hands on me up in here now, and one of you, cause that's how heated I was. I didn't care. You come up in that cell block, and put your hands on me. We gonna go around all of them. But they didn't put their hands on me. They told me get my stuff and let's go downstairs. So they ended up putting me in the hole, and they put me in the hole. No cover, no blanket, no bed, no nothing. That's plain steel. I guess they call that punishment. Put me down there and still. So they all, I always had a history of being mistreated in that jail, but that's the only time I ever got in a fight and they didn't put me in a hole like that. You know what I'm saying? But then here's the other thing that posted me. This morning, April the 5th, 2022. First thing this morning, right after breakfast, a band jailer came up and a woman jailer came up. And they opened the gate. And she just walked right up in there. I mean, walked right up in there, and I was shocked. I mean, she walked right up in there. One guy was sleeping on the floor, had him call it a dresser. He had like something like a dresser on the bars. I don't know what it was, but it looked like something like a dress. He had all them styrofoam cups and all that piled up there, and like a chef or something. She was telling him, well, you need to get that down, or you need to do that. He said, I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He said, I've been here for 2 months and I ain't moving nothing. And she was up in there now. I'm talking about up in there. All the way in there. Now look, let me tell you something. Before it even happened, that's a danger sign. Y'all jailers has no reason to put yourself in danger to go up in that cell block for no causes, no reasons at all. Y'all have no reason to do that, because if one of those inmates at that time would have felt like he wanted to escape or wanted to break out or try to break out, ain't no way she could have stopped him. He would have overpowered her and hurt her. Then who would have been to blame? Because then you know what they would have said? They would have said, well, what you doing going in the cell block with the inmate said anyway? Man, let me tell y'all something. If y'all watching my YouTube, please, don't put yourself in any kind of danger for that. Don't go in a place that's gonna put yourself in danger, because there's something is bound to happen. If y'all jailers keep doing that in Richmond County Jailhouse, going up in them cell blocks, and messing around and get hurt one day, or one of you get hurt or drug or something, man, don't put yourself in that kind of danger. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. Any job that I've ever got in my life, always be safe. So y'all be safe. You got some people in there that probably won't care nothing about jumping on a jailer. Don't care nothing about if they get hurt or not. You got some jailer that'll be like that. You sitting here with a jail over 100 people in there. And out of any of them 100 people could be ready to go off at any time, especially when they're given the opportunity to. And then you in somewhere you ain't got no business in the first place. Man. So we got a lot of people locked up, and I say black because everything I seen downstairs was black workers. I seen a couple of women. I ain't seen no white workers down there other than Mabe himself, Brian Mabe. He over the jail, so I ain't seen no black worker down there at all. So I don't know if the white workers didn't want to deal with the jailhouse no more or whatever. But I just want y'all, y'all workers, y'all workers to be safe, man. This is for me and what I saw in there. Be safe. Don't go into them, open them blocks up, open, because see, when I saw that yesterday, and I seen that guy go in there, the other guy was like, man, listen at this, y'all. He was like, yo, man, this is what's up. You know what I'm saying? Man, I do you up. He said, well, you want to meet me on the street or whatever? Yeah, you do that. He said, man, I ain't got to do nothing, man. I have somebody roll up on your butt. You heard me? Now, let me tell you something. If there would have been a white officer, he would have got a new charge because he threatened that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. You don't never know when somebody is finna go off or somebody finna do something they got no business doing. You just don't know. And I'm not calling y'all, I'm not calling any names. I'm just telling you what I saw happen, that, judges need to protect themselves. Don't go in those cell blocks. Now they when they call you out there to put the handcuffs, the shackles on your leg, okay, but that ain't your only safety. Your safety, don't open that block and go up in that block like you untouchable, because it could be one day that somebody want to touch you. You know what I'm saying? So man, I ask y'all jailers, man, be safe from that, man. And then let me get back to me now. So I went in there. I didn't see no nurse the day I went in there, which April 4th, 2022. I ain't see no jailer. I ain't see no health official, nothing. I'm a diabetic. So I get up in there, I sleep on the table because there ain't no room nowhere. You can't. It was so everybody sleeping on the floor. You couldn't even get on the floor, so I had to sleep on the eating table, and that's why I slept at all night. So the next morning, I guess they called me downstairs to do for me to see the nurse or whatever. So I goes downstairs, and nurse she checks me out, check my blood pressure high. My sugar level's almost 600. So she said, "Oh, your sugar, you high? You got any medicine?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm in jail, so y'all need to make a way to get me some medicine or whatever up here, so I can take my insulin." Yeah. So I'm not insulin, but my pills, because I said I take pills. And I told him who my doctor was, told him what kind of medicine I was taking, everything. I said glyburide and metformin, 500, 2.5 milligrams. Okay. So I guess they got really kind of concerned concerning that my blood sugar level was up. So they sent me back upstairs. So they bring us around about that time is lunchtime. They bring around lunch. Now mind y'all, I already told them I'm a diabetic, and I'm already my insulin level, my sugar level already about 600. And guess what they bring me to eat? Two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, two sweet cookies, Kool-Aid, and some potato chips. I didn't eat none of that. I said, look, I said, y'all gotta bring me something different than this. I can't eat this. My sugar already about 600, so what you gonna feed me some junk like that? What you trying to kill me up in there or something? You gonna give me my sugar already 600? You gonna give me two sweet jelly sandwiches and two sweet cookies and a sweet everything sweet. And if I would have ate that, y'all, I ain't no, I probably would have fell out in that jail. I was my head was already hurting. But if they would have gave me all that, I would have probably fell passed out in that jail and been dead. And then they wouldn't took no blame for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? They already knew I was a diabetic, and they already checked my sugar level and seen that I was already almost 600. So why are you gonna come to bring a diabetic that food? Why you can't? I get special food. I don't get no doggone food that make my doggone sugar go up like that. All that carbohydrate, plus the bread is carbohydrates. Then all that sweet and the cookies are carbohydrates. Man, I would have if I'd have ate that. If I would have ate that, my blood sugar level probably went through the roof, and I probably would have fell out in there already about 600. So so that and then the disinfectant, it was so stinking, messed up in that block F block. I can't speak for no other block. I went in no other block. I was in F block. I'm telling you what was going on in F block. That place so nasty and stinking there, and it's not clean. They won't bring sanitation in there. And I asked that girl that came in there, bust up in there this morning, the 5th of April, 2022. I said, hey, can you bring some disinfectant or something in here to clean this place up? Well, yeah, I do that, and I got out. Let's see what time I get out. I got out around 3, maybe about 3, 4 o'clock, I think maybe. That was about dinner time because they were bringing dinner up. So and she still ain't nobody bought no cleaning supplies up there. Now what they did after I left, I don't know. But from the time I had went in there about 3:30 the day before up until the day the 5th of April 2022, and I got out of there about the day around almost about 4 o'clock. Oh, ain't no cleaning supply never came up in there. And I did one of the jail. I did ask for a trash bag because the other trash bag was full, man. I'm like, man, what in the world? But he did bring another trash bag in there. But as far as cleaning, I don't know. I mean, we got a sheriff in this county. I don't know if and everybody getting changed on their job positions. I don't know what to say. So we got a leader, another leader that's supposed to be running Richmond County. Well, he elected official, and he official in there right now, and hopes to become an elected official when the voting time comes. But have y'all, if any of y'all watch my YouTube, have been in that Richmond County jail and seen what's going on up in there, man, that's got to be the worst ever that I have ever experienced in that jail, ever. And it's up under the hands of Gullish now. You know what I'm saying? He's acting sheriff now, so it's under his hands for that jail to be going like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got Gully, then the second in command is Childress, and then following him is May. So hey, y'all tell man, come on, man. That jail is messed up. And somebody ain't caring nothing about the inmates and the cleanness of that place. And you know what? You know, we supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. We got to live in that's humane. That's even humane for an animal. You know, that's why I say animals get treated better than us human beings. You know what I'm saying? So we need somebody that's gonna step up, clean that jail up, sanitize that place every day. Cause when you got those many people in there, and some of them ain't taking baths or nothing, and they run around with sores on their face, their hands, you know, you go in there and clean, come out there with some kind of disease. See, that's what I'm talking about. So man, that place needs to be cleaned up, sanitized, and I don't know, what's going on. No, the people up there just ain't caring about the people in there because you got people locked up, then you got all the black locked up in there too. So I don't know if this is a constructive thing or what, But I want those jailers up in that jailhouse to be safe, regardless. Be safe and don't go in those cell blocks openly. That's what you got those bars there for, to protect you from the inmate. You ain't got no business open that bar and think, oh, ain't nobody gonna touch me, ain't nobody gonna mess me, because it's gonna come a day that somebody gonna flip, trip, and then they gonna say you ain't had no business up there anyway. What you doing in there? So man, let's take heed now. So ain't nobody got hurt yet. At least I don't think so. But let's take that heed now and to be aware and not ever do that. Just don't ever. You know how something you just don't do? Don't care how big or how bad you might be, you just don't do that. Just don't do it. Because there's no winners. There is no winners at that. So you don't do that. If you go to prison, they certainly ain't gonna do it. So why y'all doing it in jail? Because I ain't saying everybody there is innocent, but there's some people that's gonna be guilty of the charges too. So the one that's gonna be guilty, they might be ready to flip on you any day. Cause they know they finna get a life sentence or death penalty or something like that. What do they care about getting beat up or beat you up? What they care about that? So I just say don't give it a chance. When you know something that can happen, don't give it a chance. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go with that. And we need, like I said, y'all, we need somebody that's gonna run this county that not only run well as the sheriff, deputy sheriff, but run that jail too and correct the thing that's in that jail that's wrong. When I went in there, I ain't get no toothbrush, no toothpaste, no washing soap, nothing. Yeah, I was just in there, didn't get nothing. I mean, I ain't get no cleaning, no to keep my body clean or nothing like that. So that place is not right up there now. And everybody that done been up in there, y'all can comment on it and tell me or whatever. But man, let me tell you something. My most thing is be neat and clean because I don't like nothing nasty. And that place is nasty. That place is inhumane, or however it is. Isn't that filthy? That's what it is. And it need to be cleaned up and it need to be sanitized every single day. And that's how it used to be when I used to go in there. That place was we sanitized that place every day, mop that floor, clean them cells every day. Every day. Because people in there, man, they come in there stink, they don't want to take a bath. They laying in there, and you got to smell them and this and that, and they all over stuff. They eating with you, sitting with you, laughing with you, spitting on you, all that type of junk. So, man, hey, I'm going to encourage the people that's in charge, man, make a change. Because if you ain't going to make no change and treat people in that jail like that, then people that's in charge don't need to be there. And that's all I got to say about that. And I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you.